the Syracuse Orange, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Seminoles will put total leather and we'll get started. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Orange offense will take the field, and they have the first possession of this game. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple of years ago. And this defense is fun to watch. Fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
You know, when you get off to a tough start in conference play like these guys have, sometimes the temptation is just to try to get through it, play out the string. How can they turn it around?
Well, they just need to put a game together in all three phases for 4 quarters, and they haven't been able to do that yet this year, especially, David, when they've gotten an ACC play.
Yeah, and they've struggled. It's not the start they wanted, but what do coaches talk about? Like, when you get some adversity, how are you going to respond? And how do we finish this second half of the season so we can build on it for the future? It's not pretty, it's not fun, but let's finish strong throughout this conference play.
He's got it. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Syracuse right back at it.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Flips it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
Makes the catch. It's Tillman. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And I'm really impressed with the start by this defense. Like, getting to the quarterback early and often. First drive, already have 2 sacks. That's a good sign for this defense.
First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. So Florida State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interested to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
Looking downfield, it's Sperry. And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down. And the Noles will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. That last one looked like a back-breaking drive, David, but they ended up punting.
Yeah, and they put some plays together, put some yards together, but the most important stat is putting points on the board. And this offense has to finish, Jesse, when they get across that 50-yard line and start getting in scoring territory.
Yeah, there was some good execution, no doubt about it, but I think it's the critical down and distances, third down in particular. They've got to be better moving forward.
Under fire. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the third and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play some.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. The war chant on third down at the Dome. He wants to throw it again. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Orange will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Looking to throw, it's Sperry. They're setting up the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining up all over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's got it on the run. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, at this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line, finding creases.
Fires into the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
What a beautiful sight. And not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can just have unbelievable hands to the mix because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet. But this offense is still in a...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the gun, running back gets the give. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And I think a lot of people are going to look at that drive, and first of all, the drive was awful. They're all going to look at the drive and say it was awful, but how about the giving up on 3rd down? I mean, you got 3rd and long, and you try to sneak a run in, and this drive, this possession, it was disastrous for the offense, and now you just hope you have enough space to get a punt off.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Touchdown, Seminoles! Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense, the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll run it from the gun. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Poe. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Tillman. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Back to pass. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D-linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gain.
Lost to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Snagged out of the air. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Offense in a bunch formation. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later. And you could...
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious. These offensive...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Syracuse will be forced to punt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
The Noles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Leads it with the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, and the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow. The confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal. The rivalries that come with it. So Great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
Now on second down. Dropping back, it's Berry. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Makes the grab, and they're able to get him down. What a nice job getting rid of the football, not only avoiding the sack, but getting the nice gain.
They had taken a shot, getting hit as he throws it, showing some toughness, but going through his progression, he couldn't find anybody open, finally went to his running back, got him the football, and he did the rest.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Red pass, it's complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Now facing a third and long. Back to throw, it's Berry. Fires to the right. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Seminoles have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard them.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Florida State.
guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game. And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some. Breaks into the open. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets rid of it. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The inside handoff. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Back to pass. It's Sperry. Throws to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Looking to throw for it. Pressure coming. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. So now on 4th down, they'll try to salvage at 3 and just get points before halftime. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run play action. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold it.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Second down coming up. Scanning the field, it's Sperry. Safe completion on the screen. There he goes. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. And the returner is stopped. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Tillman. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He's got him. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Gets it to him on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got it in the middle, it's Glass. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on fourth down. The Orange will have to punt. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Wants to return it. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Fires to the tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
You see the offense trying to dial up the quick game there with the RPO, and I like the idea of trying to get playmakers the space out the right flat of the field, see what can happen, but you need a more accurate throw.
Wants to throw it. Another incompletion on third down. And the Seminoles will punt this one away.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got his man. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 34.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game, are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
Here's the pressure. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. With the catch, it's Tillman. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. Syracuse will be forced to punt. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give from the gun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Zings it complete to the right. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a man, it's Berry. Working that wide receiver screen. He's looped, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, no! He got a step and just dusted the field. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running this route. Great result because of it.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full. And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Makes the catch. It's Tillman. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver working the curl route. Receiver got his depth and he fought back to the football, helping make that completion a whole lot easier.
Caught in the backfield, it's Poe. Turning it on! Ripping through the defense. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
That's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
They go to the ground. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Glass. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it, have had very little success. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skilled players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Noles will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse, but
breaks into the open. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
How about this defense rising to the challenge? Focal point number one, stopping the great running back. Check. How do we do it? Being physical at the line of scrimmage, getting off blocks, not missing a lot of tackles. They have checked all of those boxes and shut this dude down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
He'll get it away and wisely kick it toward the sideline. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. The give to the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the W.
Quick completion to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Here comes the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Seminoles decide to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Going to swing it on second down. And the defense, Dave, got him at the 27.
The name of the game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success or complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off. Whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lost one deep down the right side. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Caught in the backfield, it's Poe. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Give to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in.
Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse.
Love the play design on offense because you get your playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his hands. You get him open, easy throw for the quarterback. Receiver does the rest. Put 6 up on the board.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
14.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the 4th quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice game.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He gets it inside the 25. They'll stop him at the 24. Not enough for the first down, and it's a fourth down decision time coming. On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle, and that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. After this, it'll be a wrap. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Blasted as he lets it go. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence.